Good morning, how you guys doing? It's Mike back with the thought of the day on May 5th, 2025. First, I want to give honor and praise to the Elohim of Israel for giving me the strength and the wisdom to bring you this message. Then I like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. Today, I want to talk about keeping the same energy and recovery that you did in addiction. Keeping the same energy and recovery as we did in addiction. Um, in recovery, it's gonna take that same energy that you use to get high and get drunk to stay sober and stay clean. You gotta go hard at it. You know what I'm saying? I go hard every day at trying to stay sober. And it's days when I don't want to go to meetings. It's days where I might have a commitment where I don't want to go. It's days that I don't want to go to work because I work in a rehab, but I push through because I remember it was days that I went through whatever it was to drink. It was days where I would go to a liquor store far away just because I wanted to drink. It was rainy days I went out to drink. You know what I'm saying? I drank every day, so I need to do something for my recovery every day. That's the way to stay sober. You know what I mean? And behind God, my recovery comes first over anything. Because if I lose my recovery, my sobriety, I'm going to lose everything that I put before my sobriety. So I understand I have to do that. You know what I'm saying? We can start off with meetings. I have to go to meetings all the time. I remember when I first got out of rehab, I went to 5 meetings a day because I was scared about not going to meetings, what would happen to me. And you can still see it to this day. Most of the time, if you go to meetings and you hear somebody come in, somebody that might have relapsed, the first thing out their mouth is they say is that I stopped going to meetings. They say they stopped going to meetings. I'm scared to be that person to get up and say that. So I make sure that I'm there. I got to be there to hear what happens to people that don't go to meetings. I got to be there to hear what happens to the newcomer when they come in because then I know what's going to happen to me if I pick up a drink. I always try to do commitments. I always try to go out to spread my experience, strength, and hope because that's the reason that God got me sober is to go out and do commitments, to go out and tell people what he did for me, to go out and let people know that it's something on the other side of this. If you just do the steps and you really practice your recovery, it's something on the other side of this. Sponsorship. I try to sponsor people as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes sponsorship is tough because some people don't complete the steps. It could get a bit frustrating making sure that you can link up all the time, but I can't keep it if I don't give it away. Taking other people through the book helps me stay because I have to read the book too, and I have to go over the steps too when I'm taking other people through the steps. Finding a home group and being active in a home group. I chair meetings. You know what I'm saying? I want to get in doing some coffee commitments and things of that nature because that keeps you accountable and makes sure you have to be there to do the job that it it uh that it takes for the people. You know what I'm saying? I also run groups about recovery, just being dedicated to that and trying to help the other person. This whole thing is about helping other people because we was selfish and self-centered for so many years. Now this is about helping other people, but you have to keep that same energy. You have to go hard. You have to want this more than you wanted anything in life in order to have a chance at it. And some people are going to say you crazy. Some people are going to say you radical. Some people are going to say, yo, what happened to this person? But we are truly, truly, truly fighting for our lives. Because if I pick up a drink, I don't know if I can get sober again. I know I have another relapse in me, but I don't know if I have another recovery. So I got to go hard at this. I got to have the same energy that I had when I used to get drunk. I got to have that same energy for recovery. So if you out there and you first getting into recovery, remember, you have to go to any length to be sober. Are you willing to go to any length? Are you willing to go to meetings wherever you need to go at? I've been in meetings where I seen things that occurred that I was like, wow, I can't believe this was said or that was done. But I had to go back because I wanted to be sober. I went to meetings out in Delaware one time where I was racially profiled. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't stopped me from going to meetings somewhere else because I got to stay sober. By any means necessary, I needed to stay sober, so I'm going to do what I need to do. I had to keep that same energy because my sobriety is behind God is the most important thing to me right now. This is Mike. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.